to be with us. Brittany, you told the Tampa Bay Times you traveled from your college in Orlando to Tallahassee. That's more than a 4-hour drive every single week during the legislative session. And you said, quote, since we can't vote, sometimes it is hard to get our voices heard, but we can't be hiding. We have to speak up. What was your message to those legislators, and what did this fight mean to you?
This fight was very personal since it was about our education. And we basically told them how I came at the age of 3 and have studied my whole life here. And my goal is to graduate with a bachelor's in business marketing and have my marketing firm here in Orlando and be able to provide back to the community that I grew up in and the state that was my home.
Okay, so you were traveling from Miami to Tallahassee. That is a nearly 8-hour drive. You told the Tampa Bay Times that one week you took an online midterm for one of your college courses on the drive back to Miami. That is multitasking if I have ever seen it. Why is this fight so important to you?
Yes, you know, I came from Venezuela at a very young age. And education has been sort of the cornerstone of what of the United States has given me. And it was really funny, the story you told, because when I was driving back, what I was telling myself was, if we don't get this passed, I'm not even going to be able to graduate. This test is not going to be worth it, but I need to continue. This needs to happen. And I'm very glad we were able to get it done.
I am so impressed by that tenacity. Listen, here's the reason I wanted to speak with both of you beyond the fact that I care about this issue, which is you have a leader in your state, Governor Ron DeSantis, who, in my opinion, has remade himself in the image of Donald Trump. And part of that remaking himself in the image of Donald Trump is to express cruelty towards immigrants, both immigrants like yourself, who've been in this country for a very long time, and migrants and asylum seekers who are currently showing up at our border, to fundamentally strip them of their humanity, right? To do shenanigans like put them on a plane to places like Martha's Vineyard without even having the decency to tell officials in Martha's Vineyard that they should be prepared to accept and receive these folks who are looking to make this country their home. Given all that, he's taken on the mantle of being a bully, and we've not seen a lot of people go toe-to-toe with that bully and win. But you did. And so what I want to know from you, Brittany, as you sit back and reflect on what it was that worked about the lobbying effort that you and so many other DACA recipients organized, what's the lesson? What is it you were able to do that actually pierced through that veneer of Ron DeSantis and Republicans in your state?
I think the important lesson we could get out of this is to speak up and don't be afraid. I think it was very important for us to tell our stories because legislators were able to take our side and see where we were coming from. And that's the emotional part as well, because many of them had an idea of how it would impact us personally. But once sharing our story and being able to come up to them and tell them that we care about our education, it was emotional for them as well. And the important thing is to speak up as the community and come together.
I think there's a really important lesson there, Achilles. It's even an important lesson for media as we tell the story of what is happening at the U.S.-Mexico border, which is that when you talk about it in terms of numbers, when you consider success or failure of a policy as how many people crossed a border, it just misses the fundamental humanity that is at play here, right? That every single person has a unique story, they have a unique set of conditions, they have a unique set of claims, and they're the ones who are really experts on this process. They are the one who are experts on their journey. What was your takeaway after all that time you spent in Tallahassee and the success of this campaign?
I think I agree with Brittany. The power of our voices was really, really important. You know, right now you see only us two, but this was dozens of students that mobilized educators, businesses, faith leaders, and we were able to really connect with our community. Seeing legislators cry after telling our stories, and knowing that now that the law is going to remain. We can finish our education and support the Florida economy. These are our students are engineers, nurses. These are very sought after jobs in Florida that are needed, and knowing that we can fulfill them and help our state is really inspiring.